you agree to this when you signed the terms of use on Facebook? You agree to be tested?
Well, it did cause a controversy, and after that, the research team didn't publish publicly. But you do agree. You agree as part of, it's sometimes seen as user experience, alterations or A/B testing, things like that. But so this is why there was an ethical debate when the experiment was published in 2014, and people and on the Facebook page of the research group that did the experiment, at least one user wrote in saying, could I ever find out if I was in that experiment, because I was in the emergency room at that time with, threatening to commit suicide, and I want to know if my feed was altered, and maybe that pushed me over, into that state.
Whoa.
And of course they could never know, and it can't be traced backwards. And other people had a similar response. And there was even an investigation by the British government about whether this should be sanctioned because it affected users internationally. But I don't know what, ultimately there doesn't seem to have been any sanctions that came out of it, and anyone associated with it mostly promoted. But it's very interesting because just the concept of emotional contagion was in that way operationalized and sort of shown to be. It was almost like an announcement that this was a possibility. And 2012 was kind of an important point in the development of social media and its power.
Well, it's also when you see the culture war really kick in is
Yeah.
somewhere around 2012, and this bizarre line in the sand between the right and the left, and ramping up all of these ideological hot button issues.
Yeah, and I think I'm not. I can't speak to the exact studies, but there was a whole slew of recent studies trying to show that social media could alter political. It could increase polarization, but it actually didn't. It didn't turn out to be as salient as expected, that effect. But it's actually what I conclude is that it's actually at the level of emotions that social media operates in, sort of prodding people into more extreme states and maximizing for engagement by stirring people's emotions, and that has fed into the increasing polarization. Like that's the after effect of it,
Or the end goal.
or perhaps.
It's so sinister.